Boeing 737 MAX airplanes are being grounded all over the world after 2 deadly accidents in just 5 months. That's what we're discussing in this edition of Inside AB. I'm Bernd Debusmann and I'm here with Shruthi. So, Shruthi, can you just, for those that are unaware, just give us a recap of the 2 accidents?
Sure, Bernie. So, 157 passengers and crew when they were on Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft when it crashed on its way to Kenya. This happened now recently on the 10th of March. Just 5 months before, on the 29th of October, a similar incident happened when a Lion Air 737 MAX aircraft crashed on the seas on the way to Indonesia. So, that's again 2 passenger jets that crashed just in the span of 5 months. And there were, of course, a lot of similarities, one of which is it was the same aircraft, a Boeing 737. The second was both of the incidents happened shortly after takeoff, and in both situations, weather didn't really have much of a role to play.
Have all countries grounded the 737s?
Well, a lot of countries have. I'd say about 60 countries globally have grounded and halted the flights, including EU, China, India, and now even the US. Even in the GCC, there are a number of countries who have taken similar measures. It started with the UAE and Oman that decided to halt the flights immediately after the news was announced, and now Kuwait on Wednesday, they have joined the suit too.
So, in terms of business, I mean, this is quite bad for Boeing, one imagines.
It definitely is. So one of the worst things that's happening for Boeing right now is they're working through more than 5,000 orders for new plane, and many of the airlines are to US and Asia. And so now that has been halted. A lot of countries and a lot of these aircraft are reconsidering and renegotiating because they're waiting for the investigations to be complete, and that's when they're actually going to decide what to do with the orders that have already been placed. Apart from that, the shares fell drastically, I think by 5%, immediately as the news broke. So on Monday, the shares fell by 5%. And until Tuesday, I think the US wasn't really on board, and they kept saying, and they also issued a notification saying that they've continued airworthiness when it comes to associating with the Boeing 737. But on Wednesday, after new satellite images were released, they followed suit, and they said that they're also going to ground and halt the aircraft, which has led to the loss in value of billions of dollars for this particular aircraft. Speaking of the region, our very own Fly Dubai 2, which has currently 237 Boeing 737 aircraft, they have also decided to cancel 15 flights per day. So they are obviously not in a great position right now. And the investors have also been fleeing, and they've decided to trim about $20 billion in Boeing's market value. So again, not good news for Boeing at all.
That's interesting because they've had quite a good few years recently.
They have, especially after their new CEO joined, I think 4 years back, Dennis Muhlenberg, he joined, and they've seen a lot of profits, and most of it has been coming from 737. So they call it their cash cow, where 1/3 of its profit comes from this particular airline. So aircraft traffic increased by 6%. There were many new orders, and revenue in 2018 topped $100 billion, which was the first time in 102 years. So they were having a good few years, and of course we know what was happening with the competitors, Airbus, with the A380 not doing too well globally, and the whole corruption scandal that emerged. So amidst all of this, Boeing was doing quite well, and then we heard the first incident of the Lion Air and now the Ethiopian aircraft, and now it's not all good news for Boeing. And Boeing stock prices also were tripling back then, and now it's fallen by 5%. So they've taken a huge hit.
Okay, well, thank you, Shruthi. Of course, this is a story that's still developing, so head over to arabianbusiness.com to see the latest. You're watching Inside AB. Make sure to tune in every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Thank you.